I am excited.
Bap.
That was really good. Perfect timing. Well done, honestly. Bravo. It's almost like he's a musician. Almost, but not quite.
Not quite.
So, can I still attempt to take its soul? Can I try?
I did burn it to death slowly.
Yeah.
16.
Cool. And also, because Voss was asking it questions, if you want to spend 10 minutes down here, we can just...
Yeah.
I'm going to
Questions.
loot while you guys do this.
Yep. I'm going to go with the rogue and do the looting.
Okay.
All right.
Looting
We'll have a
and
little
spooking.
couples interrogation time with this.
And we'll have a little couples loot session.
Yeah.
Big guy and little guy.
You know what they say? the couple that commits profane acts of desecration together stays together.
Apparently, Ollie is
I'm
muted.
pretty sure it's a drow motto.
I am not. Mrs. Fake News.
Is he trolling?
No, it was true, but I solved it because I saw
Ah,
it.
good man. You know, I'm just checking. I'm trying to look out for you, boo.
All right, you guys go loot some shit, and then we'll talk to this bitch.
You talking happens before the looting. Looting is not an instant
whatever.
process. You
Yeah, that's fair.
casting this spell is 6 seconds.
Whatever you want
So-
to do.
Oh yeah, no, it is 6 seconds. I was thinking it'd take 10 minutes to cast, but it doesn't.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
range of 10 feet.
I mean, it might, but it doesn't here.
Do you burn incense as per the components?
I mean, logically.
Yeah.
That would make
Yeah,
sense.
it smells great down.
Mhm.
It feels a
Yeah,
lot
it
more
really
homey.
counteracts the smell of the dead babies.
Like,
that went through my head out the other side, and then there was a good 5 seconds, and then my brain went, "Wait, what?"
So,
love the smell of dead babies in the morning.
what
My
questions
question.
do you want to ask the Yogi Master? Ooh. Because you are not actually asking, you're basically asking the soul gem when you're casting it in such a way. You're not animating the body, you're basically asking the questions to the gem, and then I imagine it probably even speaks out through Yuna in such a context. It doesn't have a mouth anymore. So, what do you want to know?
I mean, Yuna is the one asking the questions, right? Because you cast.
Yeah, but you're the one who had.
Yeah. We should ask
First, it'd be
it.
like, are there any more people?
Yeah, are there any more of your kind in this area?
There are none more here. The others pass.
Okay.
Do you have any more dominated subjects here?
With death, the magic fades.
Okay. Where did you come from?
Far afield. Traveled and stopped.
Okay.
Do you have your magic written down anywhere? Or are there any magical artifacts related to what you do here?
Our magic is natural and talent.
Dang sorcerers.
Can't live with them.
Can't copy their spells into my spellbook.
They say.
Alright,
I mean,
so
I
you got
don't
one
know.
more if you want.
I don't really have any other questions. Do you?
No, do you have anything of value here with you?
One man's treasure is another's horror.
Well, that's a bad answer, but we accept it.
You know, That was wise of you to say that because I was just gonna say like, "Why are you such a little bitch?" Is like the last question. But what's your favorite color?
Is your quest?
Green.
Is
I
eel a
imagine
color?
I imagine Voss's favorite color is blue because it's Yuna's eye color.
Ah.
Did you read my backstory?
No, maybe.
That you should have your favorite color on every single character's.
No, because my characters aren't 12. So why do they have a favorite color?
Roasted.
Yuna is
My
basically
favorite color
12.
is green.
My favorite color is.
I think like almost all of my characters from ye olden days have a favorite color. I'm not like now I make 5,000 NPCs every session. That's not you know, apropes. But you know what is apropes? Looting the dead. Can one of you give me investigation roll with advantage, please?
That'll be me.
The guy with somehow plus
That'll be
9
a
investigation.
So 29 investigation there, Ollie, for you.
Fuck yeah.
That might be good enough.
You think? I'm not so sure. It didn't quite cross that 30 threshold, which is what I think we really needed to get all of the loot.
You're not in
out
the
of
30 club yet.
Not in the 30 club yet. I need to get somehow more. Or my proficiency bonus to go a little higher. One of the two. Oh, you're done. Okay.
I'm not done.
No, but you're done humming. And I
As you're going through that wasn't humming, that was bumming. As you go through, you find mixtures of money that's been hidden away by these people and money that seemingly was in the structure before they got here. So it's a weird hodgepodge of like Narashiro coins and dwarven coins and old gnomish and dwarven coins as well. It ends up being 2,400 gold.
Woo!
You are also going to find...
There's a chest and everything, so we can do that.
One potion of superior healing.
Oh.
Oh.
You're noting this down.
And hidden away, as you're going through this area, you find, with your good investigative skills, and in part because you were ethereal in this place, so you are aware that some of the floors, some of the walls are not as solid as they may be. You can remove a floor tile in one of the areas and find another hidden away little lockbox. Old, but not at all damaged. Inside, you find 2 stones, perfectly smoothed and flat, with a symbol on each one that kind of looks like the inside of an ear.
We found some fucking Rocky Talkies.
We
boys.
found some fucking Rocky Talkie boys! Oh, baby!
Yes.
I am going to immediately look at those and just be so happy for no reason. Because he doesn't know what they are.
You don't know why. You just, yeah.
I like these, they're very cool.
I like these stones. They're very smooth.
Talking stones are probably my favorite magic item in 5 fingers.
They're
I do love that time where Scott's character thought that throwing a sending stone at a monster so that it could talk to it would be a way to diffuse a situation. Throwing it at the monster. So, like, what are you doing? Bye sending stone.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He just didn't get it, did he?
Womp womp. Oh, that's amazing.
So,
All right.
Let's get the heck out of here. It's Voss's
Okay.
voice now.
We will return to Yuna and Voss. And
okie dokie.
I will immediately give Yuna
Mhm.
one of the stones, and I'll just say, "Look at this! I don't know what it is, but
Can I
it's
do an
very
Arcana
smooth.
Yeah, you can do an
It's a
Arcana check to
stone
work them out.
It is, but look at the symbol."
Yeah, you've this is one of those items that like you can buy in Narashiro, sending stones for a ridiculous exorbitant cost. It takes a little moment to recognize them and the magic within them, but yes, they are sending stones. You can cast sending to each stone once per day.
Yeah.
And you
I'll
know
check.
whether someone's holding it or not, which is a super important factor of it as well.
Does the little like the ear light up when someone's holding it?
No, that would be dumb.
That's where we draw the line.
It's a very serious setting! It's very serious!
What is it?
They're little stones that allow you to communicate. Once a day or so.
A rocky talkie.
A Rocky Talkie.
Oli's face.
I saw a strange gnome walking by advertising Rocky Talkies.
So you saw when you're in paradise a gnome with one and just like making a business call.
like a little one in his
Like,
ear.
no, I told you to sell.
Sell. All 30 or whatever of his words are just sell.
Sell.
For the last time! Don't make
It's
me
also
call
25.
again.
All right, but speak to you tomorrow, mother. I love you.
And that's the natural conclusion of that bit.
Yep.
All right. Let us leave this place. It has a foul stench of degeneracy that I do not find welcoming.
There are a lot of dead children here, yes. Shall we burn it?
I typically burn a place once the children have been purged, yes.
Well, why don't we pile them onto the hot coals so that we can make them no longer be here?
I'm gonna go check if there's any of that gelatinous cube left.
Ooh, glue.
Not really.
Damn.
If you don't get to a slime very quickly,
Yeah, I figured as much.
So we just pile up the
if
bodies.
you think about it, you probably breathed in some gelatinous cube.
Great. So let's pile up the bodies on the coals and then just leave, I guess. There's nothing else to do here.
Yaha?
I am going to burn them a little bit. Like, take a torch to the body, so the bodies
So they
light a little bit. I know they're on the hot coals already, but we don't want them to just
Yeah, I'll just crouch down and
become a
go
sauna of dead babies.
on the coals. Yeah, oh my god.
Like, I'd
That's too far!
This is what I mean. We need to give them a proper, like, this is at least we're giving them a proper send-off, even though
Oh, they don't deserve a proper burial. They're not.
Rakath is going to ignite the children so that their bodies burn and pass normally.
That's
As
the infantile degenerates of life, and let us be done with it.
I would feel that they didn't know, they didn't choose that life. The adults, we can let them simmer.
Okay, eventually, once you're done committing war crimes, you can leave.
Hang on now.
This
You're
is
not
a
wrong,
war,
but you
and the Underdark most certainly not a crime. So, yeah, I guess I'll drink that elixir that only lasts a day, because why not?
Yeah.
Just days.
Why not?
I'm also going to give Yuna the superior healing potion.
I would like to successfully call out that the big gross bug has got caught in a spider web and has appeared to have died. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
We got it.
Eventually, when you leave, Rokos is sitting outside on a fallen fungal wood log. There's a blue fox-like creature that exists in the fungal forest that he's looking at, and he just picks up a stone from the ground and hurls it over towards the creature. Doesn't hit it, but it yips away.
It's one of those people.
Yeah, I'll just come out and say, slaying any beast that would assail us on the way home.
You're not dead then.
So it would seem. Nor any of my compatriots. Same cannot be said for the Neogi, however.
Well, I suppose that means you succeeded in your mission then.
Are you drunk? Have you been sitting out here drinking?
I'll look around and like,
Realistically, yes, he has. Like, there would be an empty bottle of sake beside him. While that isn't canon, that is.
Yeah, I'll just say to him, the caverns below fill with the stench of their burning corpses. Let us be on our way back home.
Very well then, I'm sure our aunt will be incredibly pleased with your success, he says, turning very stiffly and starting to march back.
How large is the log that he was sitting on?
Large enough for a butt.
But not too large?
Not too large.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick it up,
Okay.
and I want to bring it with me.
Yeah,
Gift
let's
for Jericho.
dip Damdaru out of here.
Rokos' butt has touched it. He'll like that.
Okay. So let's all head back with Rokos' butt log that Ryan so particularly carrying over his shoulder.
That's...
That's not why I'm bringing it. That was a joke. I promise it was a joke.
I don't believe you.
Roll insight on me then, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm being very disruptive today. I'm very tired. It's been a very long day.
It's a shit show. I mean, I didn't say on stream, but I completely failed making a coffee earlier, and I'm still sad about it.
Ollie, don't say that. This show is great. So, you walk back across the forest, back to House Nor, the physical house. Scritches is outside, you know. It's one of these places where nothing ever changes. The place is as quiet as ever, even despite a quiet pitter-patter of rain. When you get back, Rogers opens the gate and you travel inside. He will just go off to his room.
Yeah.
He doesn't acknowledge this at all. He doesn't want anything to do with it. The inside, you know, the courtyard smells pretty good with the smells of spices coming from the kitchen. That's the only real thing of note. Lady Fire is meditating in her spot in the courtyard, which is now that you know where she is, she's quite visible. You know, you might not have noticed her if you didn't know where she meditates all the time, but it's a big open courtyard. So
yeah, I will go in and basically just kneel opposite her, like 15 feet away, and just wait for her to be done doing what she's doing.
I imagine Voss is kind of doing that on his own, because I don't think it'd be appropriate for us to go, right? So I'm gonna go take a bath.
yeah,
Wash
in the hot
dead-
springs
dead
or in
children off the
yeah.
body.
Hot springs,
Hell yeah. Very sensible. There was a lot of goo in that dungeon. As there should be. Yeah. After an elvish pause, Lady Fyra will she's sitting and meditating with the Nor blade resting basically on her knees, her hands on top of it.
pretty much how she usually meditates. Although, like many elves, there's sort of different meditative positions for different sort of moods. But she will just kind of turn her head ever so slightly to show that she's listening and just ask, well?
It is done. All of them have been put to the sword. None remain. What's left has been burned. We have ensured as well that there were no other gatherings. Univara manipulated their souls into telling us the information we needed to know. They will not bother us again, ever.
Even though you can't see her face, you can kind of tell that she's smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in fate, Voss?
Yes, I believe we are all bound to the fate in which we are born. Which is why I am what I am, as you are what you are.
Oh, I believe it must be fate that that girl found her way to us. So enamored with the magic of the soul as we are with that of the dragon. I will assist her in her task if you will have her, or however way you wish to do it, bring the crystal to me and I will take it to the temple. I will decant some of its fell magic with some of our own, allowing it, hopefully, to pass any inspection while allowing a vessel for your bride-to-be to experiment with.
Thank you. This, I believe, is a wise decision.
I'm sure nothing wrong will come of allowing your bride more intimate knowledge of our ways.
I agree. And should any complications arise, I am confident that it is not anything we cannot overcome.
She just turns her head, kind of just back down.
Cool. Give her a bow, stand up, dip out of there, and go and find... Is everyone else just in the hot spring?
Yuna for sure.
I was going to give Rofi the log and tell him to start fashioning a proper seat so he doesn't have to hang on to the ladder that I may not always have on me.
You cannot carry the log on your back at all times.
Not a log.
Okay.
Get him to carve out a little
Cut
seat.
it down.
Okay,
Like,
okay, yeah.
Well, you can use the log to cut out a little seat that he can put on his back.
Okay.
So that's what
Okay.
Rox is doing.
Well, you guys are doing that, I guess. I would
I'm
go
just
to
giving
hot
him the
spring.
log, and I'm assuming he's measuring, and then I'm leaving, and I'm going to go in the hot springs as well, because
Okay,
I'm still
cool.
covered in oil.
It's a weird way of saying things. No one would say anything like that. Why would you ever do that?
Oh, yeah. Forgot to say you have one less oil flask in your
I
inventory.
did that.
Oh, you did that? Okay, cool.
I'm a responsible DM. If I'm going to take something out of
you.
someone's inventory without their permission, I'm going to at least remove it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My very large filled inventory with random bullshit.
Yeah, it was like, oh, where's my flasks? Does Rakath have flasks? Yes! He has 7. Or did at the time. So you go to the hot springs and there's...
Oil now, though?
you should have 5, because he used 2.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna correct that.
So you go to hot springs, there is a Yuna and a Rakath.
Perfect.
Amazing beauty and Yuna.
I will basically just come in and start taking off my armor and stuff, getting ready to join them. And as I'm doing so, we'll just explain. Well, Lady Fyra was very pleased with the outcome, as we assumed she would be. She has agreed to use her intimate knowledge of shadow magic to siphon a portion of black aether crystals magic into a smaller vessel, and has also agreed to allow you more intimate knowledge of the subject, Yuna. So
good.
It seems that in her own way, she has taken a liking to you.
Good, so she's not mad about sneaking into the temple?
She most certainly knows that we did that, because how would she not? She has not said anything directly to me about it. As far as she's concerned, I'm sure we both remained alive. Had one of us died, that simply would have been the cost for our excursion. But we
Well-
managed to survive, as we always do.
Well, if she likes, I can continue those translations for her.
I'm sure she would enjoy that. But for now, I feel we've earned a rest.
I'm gonna prestidigitation the water so it smells all nice and floral.
Yeah.
It's
Like a bubble
great
bath.
spell. Well, and whenever Rakkath's in it, it's a bubble bath. But
Hey, you're not wrong, but you shouldn't say it.
So, what's the plan for the rest of the day? Rofi's working.
I don't know. After we take a communal bubble bath, I mean, I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just
It's more of a-
hilarious.
More of a statement than anything.
Yeah, it's just a fact. It's just the thing that's happening.
It's a way of life.
Yeah. I don't know. Unless there's something specific that you guys want to do, I'm probably just gonna spend the rest.
At some
of the
point,
day
you need to give the crystal to Fyra so she can use it.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah, we'll do that after the bath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, when I'm done bathing, I am gonna go back to Rofi, see how he's making progress, but also to tell him about the coat of many pockets. And I'm gonna suggest that he should make one.
Okay.
He had a lot of pockets. I think you need a lot of pockets.
Yes, I do need more pockets.
It's
I'm always running out of
free!
What?
The crane fly. It's free. Did I not make any sense there? I apologize.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was a
Sometimes
little
words just
confused.
slip out and I don't know where they come from.
He succeeded on his athletics check to escape the grapple.
I am going to I'm I'm gonna go and check on my well, no, you know what, screw it, let that cask sit for a while. I was gonna go check on the cask, but I'm gonna let it sit till we're back in.
Okay. Rofi, give me a carpenter's tools check. Intelligence.
Intelligence. Nearly ericed it. Oh, you're kidding me.
It's a good thing to fail on.
Your first treatment renders the wood entirely inoperable, and you basically waste the evening trying to fix it, but it's not possible.
Need more wood.
This is an okay thing to have failed on.
he
This
he
was a
tried.
completely superfluous effort in the first place. This
He
is
tried
okay.
to make it overcomplicated, and it broke to pieces, and is no longer usable. It's like, right. I should have
This
just made the
is
saddle.
This is what you get. It is not allowed.
Hashtag no fun allowed.
Later, one of you will give the Black Aether to Fyra. It depends on whether you would say anything, or if you just kind of give it to her.
Yeah, I imagine Yuna would probably be the one to actually do it, but I'd go with her.
I'm just gonna hand it to her. I'm gonna say thank you. If she's meditating, I kind of set it on the ground beside her.
She would actually, like, stand up while you approach and turn around, which Voss knows she doesn't do to most people. And she will take the crystal. Noticeably, as before, she is not harmed by holding them. And gives a slight... like, it's not a bow, but it's kind of a thing, you know, drow noble women will often do, or drow nobles in general would often do as kind of like a side bow, like of acknowledgement. And we'll say that come morning, you will have your reward.
Thank you so much.
And
I'm
we'll
glad we were able to help.
head towards the temple.
which means you can just rest and relax for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. On the way back, I'll just say to Yuna, might I suggest a quiet night in this evening?
Sounds great. I wanted to bring in some enchanting souls anyway, so.
Wonderful.
Yuna.
All right.
Necromancy and chill.
You rest, you tinker with your necromancy.
Full touch.
And by next morning, when you're getting up for breakfast teas and things like that, Lady Fire will approach the group, but mostly Yuna, and hold out 2 crystals. One is the Black Aether, another is a much smaller, sort of almost square-ish but long crystal. Like, this is the magic of the Black Aether. I have filled what was left in the Black Aether with the magic of this very temple. It should pass any inspection by, unless someone was already a master in such magic. Now, you should head back to your home. We will follow in a short number of weeks to arrange this wedding. I see no reason to dally.
That's wonderful. Thank you so
So
much.
much to arrange.
I trust that your home will have spaces prepared. While we
Yeah,
get
of
there.
course. I look around for Draco, who's I haven't seen since we got back.
He's about. He's doing nothing interesting. She nods, hands you both crystals, or puts them back in the case. You know, hand you one, put the other one back in the case, the big ugly lead box, and just nod, and go back to go upstairs, go into the tower.
So I think
Leave
where I
you
want to
to it.
hide this crystal is I'm going to take Abby, and I'm gonna like remove her stitching on the back, and take out some of the fluff, and put the crystal in, and then sew her back up.
It really is drugs.
Just
Excellent.
got way too real.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Alright, let's head out. I'll go get the beetle.
Why are you so excited, Voss?
Why shouldn't I be?
I've just never seen you so happy.
I just look over at Rokos, who I'm assuming is just around, like, looking sad.
Rokos is actually, like, Rokos and Jureko are, like, walking over, having a quiet conversation.
Yeah, I just look over at Rokos and look back to Raketh and say, oh, no reason in particular, just one of those days.
Your childishness. Fair enough.
I'm gonna cast a sex off. Be quiet.
On who?
On both of them.
Yeah,
I'll do one then the other.
Jureko, has a bit of a crush.
Oh,
And is a bit sad to go, but is also excited to get home. You know, he's not like too sad that it's super sad. Rokos has like a logical attraction, if you know what I mean. Like it's not like the crush is like a war. He's got like Draco's got like a warm feeling. Rokos has got like a yes, I like this person. You know, but it's mutual in their own ways.
that's good.
Draco will come over and you know, put his bag in the Beatles, you know, carrying boxes, and will say, "You have a well, it's you have a nice home, Voss. It would be inappropriate to say anything else, I suspect."
Indeed. You are welcome to come back anytime.
I don't think that will be me. I have no reason to come back here. I think it'll be. Think I prefer the city. Let's
Roll an
go.
insight check on him.
Can I
Yeah?
also roll an
Yeah.
Yeah.
As always, it's not that hard.
I'm still detecting.
Yeah. Actually, sadly, Rakath doesn't notice, but he just is like, I have no reason to come back here. Looks at Rokos for a split second, then back.
I'm not even going to bother with an insight because while all of this is happening, Rofi is chasing Abby with the lead case. Like, get in the case. Get.
Abby is running away, and sometimes when Abby's mouth opens, just darkness is inside.
Yeah, no, case, get in the case.
I'll just say to Jericho, I'll just say, well, if our houses are to be joined, which it seems they will be, I'm sure there could be diplomatic reasons where you may have to come. Or where a representative from our house may have to come stay with you, should I be away, as we often are. And I'll just look to Rokos. Just say, you may use my chambers if you find yourself in the city. On a diplomatic mission.
Rokos just narrows his eyes at you and says, "It was an event seeing you again, brother."
Indeed. It certainly was a circumstance. And not a completely unenjoyable one, brother.
You
Perhaps I
do
will
come
see you.
bearing pleasant surprises. And your bride-to-be is lovely as well.
Very nice to meet you.
You were a very gracious host. Thank you.
Well, safe travels. And like he does kind of nearly say something else and then just turns away quite swiftly and just walks off.
Aww.
Alright.
Alright, giddy up, Scritches.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, we're probably gonna have to take that thing out and put it in the case for at least the trip because we don't want to be exposed to that
Well,
for
like,
a really long time.
You're gonna say that. Whether Yuna and by extension Abby will allow it.
I agree with Rofi, at least for the trip until we get closer to the city.
But we're gonna have to take it out eventually.
Yes, but not now.
It's prolonged exposure that's bad. If we just take that once we're getting closer to the city, that's fine. That'll look good.
Jericho,
the other
who
one
was
in.
not here for
Put the other
this,
one in.
just what did my sister do?
We can take Abby out at night. How about that? That way there's not prolonged exposure.
Just like completely ignoring Jericho, I'll just kind of like lightly grab Univar's hand and just say, "My lady, I cannot protect you from something that will not be cut down with my sword. So for my sake, please allow us to keep it secure at least until we arrive at home."
For 20 hours a day.
Motorcycles out here.
That is amiable.
Rofi does math. Good enough.
What is a day?
You know what a day is.
20 hours a cycle.
A cycle.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
day
Thank
is
you.
the English word for cycle and undercut.
Exactly.
My Elvish is still terrible.
But I want to hear Rakath's Elvis very much.
He becomes French.
Thanks, I hate it. So, you take the long travel back. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to do. Draco at least is quieter. He was kind of having some conversation because he's not really been on an adventure with you guys on the way up, but he's quiet on the way back and just kind of reads and looks out into the distance. Any of you want to do anything?
House Nor, as we.
Yeah. I'm just driving.
No,
again.
that would be too obvious. He actively doesn't look on the way.
Smart.
He's a diplomat.
Not that smart.
I was about to say, well.
I mean, you know what? I mean, yeah, I am actually gonna. I'm gonna play a little bit with some of the void dust that I have. I have just a little bit of void glass left, in this tiny little case that is mixed with aether crystal. It is the last of the void glass that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and separate out the glass from it, and I am going to just spend the trip essentially trying to look into it and studying to see what I see.
Okay. You can absolutely do that. The journey back is around 3 weeks. It's a little more than that, but not too much.
If possible, I would like to try to like transcend the beetle so I can work on enchanting the dagger at night when we stop.
Sure. Yeah. That is entirely reasonable, you know. You are well-seasoned beetle travelers now. Trancing on beetle back is absolutely not a problem. So.
Does that mean we finish the dagger by the time we get back?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
So please
Oh, I'm
present
so excited to give it
the
to
dagger.
Raka. Which I will immediately do.
Please do. Describe.
So I actually don't know what the physical dagger itself looks like because Rofi crafted that part.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like the sort of like the one you sent me, where it's held out from the end of like the thing, so it's more like a claw sort of thing, and it does have that sort of element of you could probably make it pop out and you can be holding it and have it like down the arm, and then you can flick it out, sort of thing.
Almost like a punching dagger, I would think.
So
So it's designed to look like a
between-
succubus's call.
Ooh. So it's like a clawed version of the Assassin's Creed dagger, is what Rofi just described.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
All right, that's pretty dang cool.
So I'm just gonna tell Raka, this was enchanted with a succubus's soul, the one that turned you into a little marble.
That bitch. Sorry. Continue.
Joriko's like,
And yeah, isn't it wonderful?
Hey.
Put it on.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't
Very
remember.
cool.
What does it do? It gives a +1. Oh, I do remember. Okay. So it gives a
you designed it.
It's
Hey,
been so
sorry, what?
long.
Hold on. What does it do?
It gives you +1 to charisma. Attacks made with it deal an extra 1d6 psychic damage, and you heal for as much the psychic damage as it deals.
Holy shit.
I mean, it was a succubus. That's a big,
Yeah.
big deal.
No, that's like really good though. Oh, all right. Okay.
That's why it took so long to make.
And what is its name? Every good blade needs to have a name.
I've just been calling it the dagger of the succubus, so please feel free.
Ooh. Voss, what would you call it?
You're just asking me this because of what I typed in chat.
You're not allowed to call it that.
I actually did not see what you put in chat first.
Well, I were to name such a blade. You want to give it a good name, a name that strikes fear into those who you face with it.
Go on.
That was the end of my sentence.
I thought maybe you had something for
I
that.
often leave naming things to the bards and poets.
I was about to say, I bet he just says the succubus's dagger.
I will think on it. I will think on it. Thank you very much, both you, Univara, and you, Rofi. I can see your handiwork in this as well. It is beautiful. And
I'll wait to see it in action.
me too.
Think of how easy it would have been to kill those babies if you had this 3 days ago.
Draco just.
Do you remember the monsters we were sent to eradicate, Draco?
He just gets off the beetle. 'Cause you're like at the city gate while this is happening. He just gets off the beetle and walks for the rest of the way.
Part of why we do
Where
it
are you going?
so that we do not have to burden him with the indelicacies of our jobs.
I'm going home. I think I need some
See you
alone
soon.
time. Medically. Draco's just me. Hopelessly gay, charismatic, tired. Done. Alright. Little bit later because you have to stable the beetle, not beetle the stable. Although, still technically correct. You're back in Narashiro. It's well and truly in the rainy season. The city is, it's almost a constant rain, pittering-pattering down the sides of buildings, all mostly designed for it. Most of the buildings are even designed in such a way that the trickling rainwater forms artistic patterns and such on the statues and wall sides. And you have gutters and things, so it's not awkward to walk around. When you get home, it's a nice relief, things are pretty much as you left it, and that's perfectly pleasant.
How many weeks were we gone?
Around 6.
Yeah, like 3 there, 3 back. Ghost adventures aside.
Ghost adventures aside.
So I guess our next move is to just sleep in or meditate on our own mats for a night, and then go bring the Aether Crystal to the DM.
Yeah, I will set up a meeting.
Diamond.
Yep,
The background ability.
absolutely. You meditate for an evening, and that is the next step. You'd actually get a message in the morning that Commander Kato will be meeting with you and escort you, which is not really a surprise. So, who are you going to take with you to go up to the High City?
Anyone who wants to go. And also we have to sell all our potions that I've been making this whole time.
I have another errand to run, so. Oh, that was a big fucking crane fly.
It's a big boy, my dude!
That was huge.
Oh, that was. I wasn't expecting it.
You thought I was being a baby back bitch.
I mean,
It's a fucking dangler.
Dude, that's a dog.
The worst thing is, it was perfectly still for like this whole segment. When we went on break, I was gonna smack it, but I didn't want to. It's gonna be one of the ones that's gonna pop when it dies. I don't like that.
No.
Yeah, he's
Do you
going.
think if rat cats
Oh my God, it's
will
huge.
pop and a bunch of little rat cats will come out of them?
Oh, no.
Oh my god, it's so big! Look
I
at
don't like it.
Dude, world's first crane fly D&D stream.
The funny thing, no, ay. All right, this is a perfect time to take a little break, figure out who's gonna go up to the High City, and we'll join you there.